into a kind of an exercise today, and it's a mental exercise. It's a strategy planning type exercise. But as you're sitting back and you're thinking about how am I going to respond to my business being closed up temporarily, economic conditions, loss of customers, what can I do right now? As I mentioned before, you do need to take a breather, sit back, and start to focus a little bit. One thing you can do is start brainstorming. Make out a list, a long list of things that you can do right now. Can you take your business online? Can you do delivery? Can you reach out and beginning to just maintain contact with your customers? Can you really ramp up your social media accounts, your email campaigns, build your LinkedIn network? What are all these things that you can do? And it doesn't mean that you sit there by yourself and you come up with this. Talk to your managers, talk to your employees, talk to your spouse. Maybe get together with other businesses and you guys start brainstorming these things. What can you do? Call us, schedule an appointment. We'll do a Zoom conference with you for a few minutes if you like. Just get some ideas, have someone that's a sounding board that might can present a different picture for it, a different side of the story with you. List all these things out. After you do that, go down that list and start evaluating each one. And we'll look at it from what we call an ease of implementation, an impact, or impact execution, or basically how easy is it to implement that idea, and what type of financial impact will you have if it's implemented. So put it on a chart, and we have a chart here presented for you. Ease of implementation, have 2 columns for each idea that you come up with. 0 to 10 for implementation, how easy it is to do, 10 being the easiest. The next column, what's the revenue, cash flow, financial impact if you can implement that? Is it going to have a high impact for you? If that's the case, you rate it a 10. If it's low, it's a 0. So you'll see the little red dots here. After you come up with your brainstorming list, you rate each item with these 2 metrics, plot each one on a chart, and you can label these as idea 1, idea 2, or ABC, just so you can reference back. And when you look on the chart, you're going to have 4 quadrants, and you're going to divide it with 0 to 10 each way, divided by 5 in the middle. You're going to have these quadrants here. The top right, these are things that are easy to do and have high impact. Obviously, these are priority items. You want to implement and do these right away, get these going. Down here, you'll see easy to do, low impact. Well, it might be easy to get some quick wins, but if it's not going to generate any impact for you, they're probably not worth doing, unless it's something that will lead into a more impactful item that you need to implement. So you probably don't really want to look for these. You definitely in the lower left quadrant where it's difficult to do, low impact, you really just do not even want to address these and deal with it. So you can toss these ideas out. Let's don't even go down that road. Top left, difficult to do, high impact. These will require some planning. Because they are difficult to do, it requires some planning, some forethought, and you're going to achieve poor results if you don't take the time to implement it properly. So while these do have high impact, they may be difficult. It just means that you probably can't do it right away, and you're going to have to block out the time, proper planning, proper scheduling to accomplish those things, to reach that end goal. So to summarize, right now you need some high impact items. Come up with your ideas, chart it on the graph. Those things that are easy to do, high impact, go ahead and knock these out. Let's get these going right now. Those things that are difficult but have high impact, let's go ahead and start planning for that. Start putting those things, putting it together, putting the steps in place that you can accomplish those, but make sure you plan accordingly and stay on task and stay on focus. Difficult to do, low impact, toss those out. We're not even going to consider those. Easy to do, low impact. If you need some quick wins, they're there. but if they're not very impactful, they're again may not even be worthwhile unless you think it can lead to something later. Just wanted to share those thoughts with you. If you have any questions on that, reach out to us. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.